Welcome to another episode of Patently Clear with Graham Archer. So in this episode we're talking about how do you know if your invention is actually patentable. I'm guessing it's not as simple as, well, I thought of it first. So is there some sort of test you can use?
There is. The Patent Office applies a two-part test when deciding if they're going to grant a patent.
Okay, so how does that work?
The test compares your invention to what we call the prior art, which is basically anything already in the public domain before you file your application. So that could be earlier patents, published patent applications, academic papers, products that have been sold, even your own publications and products if they've been made available to the public before filing.
So it's not just other people's products, it could be your own.
Exactly. If it's been publicly disclosed, even by you, it's the prior art.
What, so you can actually block yourself from getting a patent?
Yeah, if you spill the beans before filing, those beans are officially prior art.
Okay. So what's the first part of the test that you mentioned?
Step one is your invention new? This is usually the easier part. Your invention just needs to be different from any single piece of prior art. It doesn't have to be a massive leap, it just has to be something new.
Okay, so how do you figure that out?
Well, we define the invention as a list of features for products or steps for processes and methods. Then we compare that list to each piece of prior art. If not all the features or steps appear in that piece of prior art, then your invention is new compared to it.
Okay, so that's the first part, but you said there's a trickier part?
Yeah, part two. Does it involve an inventive step? Here we're looking at the problem your invention solves and whether it would have been obvious to solve it in that way.
Okay, could you give me an example?
Sure. Let's say you've improved a diesel engine by adding certain features. If those features have been used before on petrol engines, a patent examiner might argue it's obvious to try them on a diesel engine, since both are types of internal combustion engine.
Right, but what if it's not obvious?
Then we might argue that the skilled person the person who's skilled in that field wouldn't expect the petrol engine features to work on a diesel engine. And that could persuade the examiner to grant a patent. But if you're just applying existing technology from a related field to a similar problem, proving an inventive step can be really hard or even impossible.
Okay. So when you're writing a patent application, what should you focus on?
Two things. What's different about your invention and the benefits those differences give you. Even though patent applications are legal and technical documents, they're also just kind of a story. We start by describing the problems in the technical field, explain how the invention solves them, and then show why it's a great solution. Finally, we describe how it works. A well-told story can really help get a patent granted.
Okay, so if I'm an inventor coming to you, what sort of conversation would we have?
Well, we talk about how your invention differs from the prior art and what those differences, what benefits those differences create. That helps us figure out if we can get you a patent and, just as important, what will it actually protect? Knowing what will be protected and what won't be protected helps you decide if the investment in filing and prosecuting a patent is worth it.
Okay, so really a patent is about telling the story of how your invention is different and why that difference has benefits.
Yeah, it's almost as simple as that.
Okay, thanks, Graham.